Hey everybody. So we got the boat off the trailer. That's a plus. Took it off. I got it off yesterday. It is hot as crap. It is Georgia. It was like 90 something degrees yesterday. It was freaking hot. I ain't gonna lie. But we did use version 1 of the lifting cradle. It was enough for me to get it off the trailer, and it'll be good enough to get it back on the trailer. We'll see. I'll show it to you here in a second. We're gonna see how much else we want to do with it. It needs to be, looking at it here, it needs to be moved forward some. But I was just happy, to be honest with you, yesterday I was just happy to have it off the freaking trailer. That was very fiddly, because I had to set, jack stand had the stern supported by the lifting cradle and the two tallest jack stands. Took another set of jack stands and put them as far forward as I could up the bow. Had to pull the trailer until a cross member stopped it. Had to take another set of jack stands and put them on the other side of the cross member. Take the first ones down, pull them out, move the trailer until it hit the axle. Then I had to move the second, then I had to put the other set back under there and just progressively moved it out. So it is what it is. It was very fiddly and it took a couple of hours, but it is off the trailer now. We're redoing the trailer. The bunks needed to be redone. They were pressure treated 2x8s. I got a couple of 2x10s because I would like to have a little more support for the boat. Now granted, these 2x8s though, they did a good job. They lasted forever, but you can see here, it is, I don't want to touch that carpet too much. I don't know what the heck it's made out of, but it made me feel like I'd gotten an insulation yesterday. It's cracked. I mean, it is, they're done. So we're replacing them with these 2x10s. I was gonna get pressure treated, but I couldn't find any, to be honest with you. Couldn't find any that I liked at the hardware store. Most of the pressure treated stuff, if y'all know about building things, most of the pressure treated stuff is the best way to put it, the rejects from the grade 2 lumber, because it's typically not, it's typically used as a sill plate or something. You're not typically suspending weight. You're not going to be spanning stuff with pressure treated lumber usually, so it tends to have a lot more knots and everything else in it, which is not something I really wanted for the boat. I didn't really want a whole lot of knots and everything. That's just a place for rot to start at and spread from there. So I got the two best 2x10s that I could find. I already had a thing. I've already had a thing of copper naphthenate, copper naphthate. What is this stuff that I used when I was building my wife's storage shed? This stuff here, copper green. This is brown color. I wanted green. They didn't have any. Doesn't really matter what color it is. But it is, I don't know exactly what's in it. If you're a 90s kid, like me, you probably remember going to art class and they had the paint out there. And you knew you were going to be painting because the whole room smelled like that paint. And that's what that stuff smells like. And by golly, it is strong. It's rough how strong it is. So that's what we're coating those two 2x10s with. Some sort of copper naphthenate preservative. It works great. But anyhow, so those two pieces of those two 2x10s have 2 coats already. first coat, they're kiln dried, so the first coat just absorbed right into it. Second coat sticking around a little longer. Put the third coat on it here in a minute, and once that's tacky, I'll flip it over and coat the other side with 3 coats of it, and that should have it. But the boat is out from under the tarp. Like I said, it's out from under the tarp today. I'm gonna go to the Harbor Freight and get me one of those little 10 by 20 temporary shelters and put over it, just because I'm tired of having to deal with the tarp. But so you can see it's got a swing keel, and we're gonna go over more of what that kind of stuff is in future videos. We won't go over a whole lot of it, get it too far into the weeds with that today. But in future videos, we'll go over kind of what that is. It's got a nice compass up there on the bulkhead there. It's got a pop top, which is nice. I've got a plan to make a mosquito screen, isinglass screen that you can roll down once the top is up, so that when we're using it, me and the kids and the wife are using it, we'll have a little more headroom in there. But yeah, so this is the version 1 of the lifting cradle. The main reason I built this was because I wasn't super sure about using just those 2 jack stands to support the stern of the boat as I pulled it off the trailer, because I knew that if it tilted one way or another, it was not going to be a good day. So that was really there more or less just to make sure it wasn't going to go anywhere. And it needs to be. I got impatient, and so I didn't end up getting the trailer jacks for either side of it like I thought I was going to. I was tired of just looking at it sitting here and not getting anything done with it. So, and I was letting perfect be the enemy of good enough. So for this, it's not perfect, but by golly, it worked. And because the weight is being held up by the jack stands, I can knock those little blocks out and shift it forward and put them back in there, and it should be sufficient. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really want to walk around in it too much with it on just the jack stands. I think what I'm going to do is get the bunk boards back in the boat, or back on the trailer, and then put the boat back on the trailer. And I may need to adjust these jack stands some. We'll see. Like I said, I was trying to get it off the trailer so I could get something done with it sitting here. But anyhow, so yeah, there's an update for now, and whenever I get this one posted, and I'll make another one next time I find something. Next time I do something I think is worthy of posting, worthy of y'all's time. I'll see you next time. Bye.